As busy college students, we probably all experience some level of stress and anxiety throughout our college careers. My name is Holly Woods, and today we're going to be talking about the overall effects that stress can have on our mental health and the effects that it can have on our nutritional choices. We're also going to discuss the options that Miami University offers to us students to help with these problems.
Hello everyone, my name is Gloria Rodriguez and today I will be talking about mental health. So mental health is something that everyone can struggle with. More than 43 million Americans struggle with mental illness. It is important that people realize that mental health and disorders can affect everyone no matter the age. 1 in 5 young people ages 13 to 18 has or will develop a mental illness in their lifetime. Mental health can be affected by different aspects in one's life, such as genetics, relationships, school, work, or more. Many factors can contribute to the development of mental health conditions, including life experiences such as trauma or history of abuse, biological factors, and family history of mental illnesses. Mental health is important because it includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Our mental health can affect how we think, feel, and act. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood to adolescence through adulthood. Mental illness and disorder can lead to more severe problems if not properly treated. For example, depression can increase risk of many types of physical health problems, even long-lasting conditions. There are many different coping mechanisms for stress and anxiety, and it is important for someone who is struggling with anxiety or anxiety disorder to keep physically active. It is important that one keeps a healthy lifestyle, and those who are struggling with anxiety should avoid alcohol and other recreational drugs. It is important for those struggling to be aware of options outside of therapy to help with their mental health. These strategies can include journaling, socializing, deep breathing, talking, and reframing, and more.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate the time you're taking to share your mental health journeys and experiences with me.
Of course, thank you for coming to me with this opportunity.
Though I have shared with some of the questions that I will be asking you today beforehand, I think it is important for you to know that I will be asking about deep and personal topics, in which you are encouraged to make boundaries and only talk about topics you are okay with sharing. First, I would like to start out by asking your name, your age, occupation, and how you are facilitated with Miami University.
My name is Brianna. I'm 25 years old, and I'm a registered nurse, and I graduated from Miami in 2015.
The first question I will be asking is, have you ever sought medical treatment from an outside professional, such as therapist or counselor?
Yes, I've actually seen a therapist for 2 years on and off.
Have you ever been on medication for your mental health?
Yes, I've actually tried a few different medications.
Was it beneficial?
In the long run, yes. I think it took a while to really set in and be beneficial to me, but overall, it was the right thing to do.
Where do you recommend people should start if they're thinking about seeking professional help?
I would recommend doing a lot of research. It can be very overwhelming at first, but there's a lot of resources out in the community that can help you navigate the system.
What do you have to say for those who are nervous or scared to seek professional help?
It's only natural to be scared and nervous when seeking help, but it's okay to be vulnerable and kind of lean on the people around you for help.
Moving on to a more personal question, if you are comfortable answering, what people, situations, or events have caused you to feel sad or depressed?
A couple years prior to me actually seeking out mental health help, I always felt like something was kind of off with me. I never felt truly happy all the time. Add on the stress of just life, nursing school, the sudden death of my grandmother, and a lot of childhood experiences that I've never really got to work through kind of just pushed me over the edge.
What did you do at home to help cope with stress and anxiety?
When I first started therapy, my therapist recommending journaling. So I did that for a couple months, and at first I really wasn't a big fan of it, but eventually I found comfort in it. I also just relied on those around me, keeping myself busy, and then of course the comfort of my dog always helped.
What would you say to someone who is struggling with their mental health?
I would remind them that it is only natural. A lot of people struggle with their mental health than people realize, and it doesn't make you weak to get help.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all your help and sharing your experiences with me.
Again, thank you for having me, and I'm glad I could help.
According to a Harvard Medical School study, 3 in 4 students reported experiencing at least one stressful event during the course of a year. 20% of the students surveyed reported experiencing at least 6 stressful events over the course of a year. A third of all the students that were surveyed reported at least experiencing suicidal thoughts once. The hormones that stress releases, along with the effects of sugary foods, can push people towards overeating, according to the Harvard School study. Various studies have shown that physical and emotional stress can have the potential to increase the amount of food that we eat that is high in sugar, fat, or both. It's been reported that stressful events correlate with weight gain, which can lead to a multitude of other health issues. I sat down with Kathy Santoro, a registered dietitian from Children's Hospital, to ask her some questions about how nutrition and mental health are connected.
It's really hard because, again, it depends on if they're totally depending on the cafeteria or their meal plans to provide their nutrition. Obviously, I tell them to plan ahead if they can. Sometimes if the menu's planned ahead, you can make some choices based on that. And also sometimes like choosing if you can see the nutritional information, if they have the nutrition information at the food stations, like sometimes they'll have, a little card with, grams of fiber, grams of fat, things like that. So trying to compare if you have the nutrition information ahead of time or at that time, trying to choose something that perhaps maybe there's 2 things you see, choose the lower fat option if you can. Yeah, there's definitely a huge link, I think, between your emotional, mental health and your outlook on eating. It is a very natural thing, especially sometimes for kids that are away at school, or even kids that might be in an apartment trying to eat on a low budget. The immediate fallback is something maybe, I don't want to say comfort food, but truthfully, it's easy to, the things that are quick and easy to prepare or quick and easy to, I just am too stressed to go down to the cafeteria. I'm just going to call Uber Eats and get whatever. So that's obviously the first fallback, because there is such a connection between even people, we know that people that are depressed tend to choose higher percentage of fats in their diets. They've done studies that have shown that. So again, trying to, especially kids that are just starting out at school, or you're just starting out, kids are learning how to make good choices for themselves. Sometimes for the first, times in their lives, they may be stressed. They've just got these incredible workloads. They're away from home. So it's really easy to fall into the, I'm going to order out. I'm going to drive through. There's people getting together. So what do? They order pizza with all the stuff. So it's a really hard thing to kind of, make that adaptation to, I know I just don't feel like getting out of bed where I'm sitting with my laptop and all my projects around me, but I'm going to make an effort to go down to, if there's a cafeteria, to maybe go through a salad bar or something like that.
Miami University has a registered dietitian that is available to help students with any questions they may have regarding nutrition. You can see her contact information circled in red. Miami University offers many different services to their students. If we go to miamioh.edu/student life, we will see the different resources that are offered to Miami by clicking on the Health and Wellness tab. From here, we can see different services such as counseling services, health services, and there's an office as well. If we click on the Wellness Navigator tab in the center, we will have the option to select which campus we would like to see resources for. Today, we're going to select the regional campuses and hit the arrow in the corner. From here, we'll be directed to the Regional Campus Wellbeing page. And you can see the different options. We're going to select the student counseling services. And from here, if you scroll down, there are different numbers and hotlines that students can call if they need assistance. There are also some counselors available, and here is their contact information.
Being a busy college student, it can be hard for you to maintain a proper diet and healthy lifestyle. But there are some easy, simple things that you can do to ensure that you are balancing the two properly. Some we have already mentioned in the video, but to reiterate on some of the important tips. 1. Eat regularly. You are a growing student and it is important to you to get all your nutritional needs. 2. Stay hydrated. Carrying a water bottle or hydro flask around campus that can be filled up by one of the many water fountains on campus. 3. Eat the right balance of fats. Miami Regional has many vending machines and a cafeteria that offers a wide range of food options. 4. Be aware of how caffeine affects you. You might have stayed up too late studying for a final, but it's important that you don't let your body rely on Red Bulls or coffee. If there's anything that you get from this video, it is to eat smart, sleep well, do activities to take stress off your plate, and don't be scared to reach out for help. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, and we hope that you can get some helpful tips and tricks out of it.